And there are the FA Cup Round 4 fixtures. You can see tonight where live commentary will be on the football thrill of Liverpool versus Barnsley. They will face Brighton, Liverpool the heavy favourites. But we also have a thriller game in Newcastle versus Aston Villa. And FA Cup winners against reigning champions Crystal Palace, Macclesfield against Brentford. And we'll have Man City versus either Salford or Swindon. Again, there are all the fixtures. Full commentary of Liverpool versus Barnsley. Kick-off is at 7:15. Commentary will start at 7:30. For those that are just joining now, there is the FA Cup Round 4 draw just being made live at Anfield. You can see Liverpool or Barnsley, the winner of this game, which will have live commentary live on the Football Thrill, will face Brighton. And the standout game is Newcastle versus Villa. The commentary will start at 7:30. Kick-off at 7:45.
This is what it looks like when you say yes to TUI. To flying when it suits you with TUI or a partner airline. To a hand-picked TUI hotel where everything's taken care of. To an adults-only trip where having fun is the only rule. Click to say yes to an adults-only getaway today. TUI, ATOL and ABTA protected.
cost of living. It's what many of us are thinking about right now.
Hello and welcome to the live commentary of Liverpool versus Barnsley. We're just waiting for the teams to walk out now as a tifo is passed along Anfield. The teams have now arrived in the tunnel ready to walk out. As Liverpool host Barnsley at Anfield. Premier League versus League One. And now here we are, live from Anfield. The referee picks up the ball as both sides walk out. Virgil van Dijk with 2 mascots. And Andy Robertson with 1 as the rest of the team enters the pitch unaccompanied. The groundsmen are now finishing up, preparing the pitch as the teams line up to shake each other's hands. Plenty of massive flags going off in Anfield in their south stand as Liverpool come across to Barnsley to shake their hands. We have kick-off in 1 minute. Here we go as the team spread out to get into their team huddle. If you take a look at the Liverpool lineup right now, in goal, Georgie Mamardashvili starts. Within the back line, Jeremy Frimpong, Joe Gomez, Virgil van Dijk and Andy Robertson completing the back 4. McAllister, Curtis Jones and Chiesa makes an appearance in the starting 11, alongside of Dominic Szoboszlai, the youngster Rio Ngamoha and Cody Gakpo. And watching on from the bench will be Alisson, Endo, Kanate, Kirkes, Wirtz, Ekatike coming back from injury, Ryan Gravenberch, Trey Nyanyonyi and Calvin Ramsey. Liverpool line up in a 4-2-3-1. Cody Gakpo, the main man up top, and Ngamoha, Szoboszlai and Chiesa in Cam, Jones, McAllister in CDM, and of course Andy Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Frimpong in that back line. And Barnsley's lineup looks like in goal, Cooper. There is a back 4, Watson, De Giovanni, Shepherd and Ogbeta. We have Phillips, Bland, O'Keefe, Yoganathan, Cleary and the captain Killer Dunn. They line up in a 4-2-3-1 like Liverpool. The back line consisting of Nathaniel Ogbeta, Jack Shepherd, Mail De Giovanni, Tanai Watson, in CDM Jonathan Bland, Adam Phillips, in Cam Reyes Cleary, Yimil Yoganathan and Corey O'Keefe, and the main man up top is Jonathan Cleary. Both sides lining up in a 4-2-3-1 as they break out of their team huddles. We are about to have kick-off here at Anfield. We're just waiting for the referee's whistle as the fans can sing "You'll Never Walk Alone." And the whistle blows live at Anfield. Liverpool FC versus Barnsley FC. As Van Dijk rises up for the header. And now here is Robertson, straight in the Barnsley player. Now the number 9 plays over number 7 on this right wing. Szoboszlai does well, but 7 still has it for Barnsley. Plays it back to number 8. Put the ball in. Oh, it's hit the post. Early chance for Barnsley. As the number 9, Cleary, or number 19, hits the post from a header. Oh no, sorry, that wasn't Cleary, that was Killer Dunn, the central attacking midfielder for Barnsley, as Curtis Jones isn't now is Dominic Szoboszlai. I apologise in advance for not knowing many Barnsley players. I don't think many people know many Barnsley players, apart from, of course, Barnsley fans, and especially the ones travelling from Barnsley, watching on in Anfield in the away section right now. There's Virgil van Dijk just breaking into Barnsley's half. Now it's with Andy Robertson on this left side. Fakes a pass and just plays it back to Virgil van Dijk. And now is Conor Bradley. Joe Gomez. Jeremiah Frimpong. Now is Ngamoa. Back to Gomez. There's not a single player behind the ball for Liverpool as Szoboszlai plays Robertson on this left side. Now it's Rio Ngamoha. Plays it to Szoboszlai. Gomez. Straight to Barnsley. Now they're on the counter-attack. Now it's Cleary against Van Dijk. Cleary gets past Van Dijk, but he's wide now. Waiting for options. Puts the ball in towards number 40. Just too much on it. Andy Robertson with the clearance. He still has it. And he boots it up the pitch. Barnsley have been quality so far, really, but they do commit a foul, and that's a free kick for Liverpool. But we've seen flashes of good play from Barnsley. They've hit the post, and they've hit Liverpool on the counter-attack. But now it's Jeremiah Frimpong breaking at Barnsley's final third. Now is Chiesa on the right. Now is Chiesa. Tackled by the Barnsley defender. Now is Van Dijk in his own half. Plays it to Joe Gomez. Again, not a single player behind the ball for Liverpool. But now as we advance up the pitch, that changes. Virgil van Dijk with the ball though. Looking for passing options. Plays it to Alexis McAllister. Now it's Jeremiah Frimpong. For Liverpool on this right side, in the Barnsley final third, just outside the 18-yard box. Plays it back to McAllister. McAllister over to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk plays it to Curtis Jones. Now it's Robertson to Ngamoha. Taking on his man. Gets past him. Plays back Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones. Now it's Szoboszlai. Takes one from distance. It's blocked by the number 5 of Barnsley. And that nearly went in. But the Barnsley keeper collects. Barnsley haven't been half bad so far. Defending well. Hitting Liverpool on the counter-attack well as the goalkeeper launches up. But it's collected by Joe Gomez. Tries to play it up long, but now it's McAllister. Curtis Jones. And now here is Virgil van Dijk for Liverpool. Now it's Gakpo playing in the centre mid position right now. Plays it to Frimpong. Now Gakpo goes up the pitch. Frimpong in the right back position now. Plays it to Joe Gomez. Heavy touch from him. Pressure on by Kayla Dunn. But now it's Van Dijk. Now is the local lad Curtis Jones. Tries to play McAllister with an awful touch. Kayla Dunn is literally got past 4 people there. And now here's Jonathan. And now it's Cleary on this left side against Jeremiah Frimpong. Can he get past him? Yes, he can. Plays it back. Line! Just over the bar by the number 14 of Barnsley. That is Ogbetta, the left back. Fantastic play from the number 9, Cleary there. I can't tell if that was a cross or a shot from the fullback there. But all we do know is that it went over the bar. Now it's McAllister. Back to Joe Gomez. Now it's Szoboszlai, Van Dijk, Robertson. Szoboszlai just in his own half now. With a big switch into Federico Chiesa. That's far too far ahead for Chiesa. Try that ball in while they hit the post. It's a fantastic header. It's a great ball by the number 8 of Barnsley, Kayla Dunn. Van Dijk gets beaten the header. It's a free header. There's no one anywhere near him. And he hits the post. And honestly, I don't think Mohamed Ashford had that covered. Now it's the number 27 for Barnsley. Still in their own half, trying to get up the pitch. But Andy Robertson does well to win his team a throw-in. Szoboszlai. Joe Gomez. Breaking into Barnsley's half. Looking passing options. Frimpong is open, but he plays it to the left towards Van Dijk. Now it's Engamoa for Liverpool. Taking on his man. The 17-year-old gets past his man with fast feet there. Gets pushed, but he stays up. Plays it to McAllister. McAllister to Joe Gomez to Virgil van Dijk. Andy Robertson puts a ball in, and that's a corner for Liverpool. Corner for Liverpool, Cody Gakpo over it. Looking for options in the box. Joe Gomez is getting pressured hard here. Puts the ball in. Virgil van Dijk gets pulled out. Chiesa to Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones puts the ball in the box towards Bosley. Head is not met. Engamoa now. Long throw in by Engamoa. Now it's Szoboszlai to McAllister. Now it's Frimpong. Now it's McAllister to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai takes from distance! That's an absolute stunner by Dominic Szoboszlai. He doesn't even celebrate, but that is an absolute screamer from outside of the box. From the number 8 for Liverpool, Dominic Szoboszlai. I can't even put into words what I've just seen there. Absolutely beautiful play. Curtis Jones to McAllister. Plays it across. He's literally 10 yards away from the 18-yard box. He's hit it beautifully in that top left corner. Keeper gets a slight touch on it, but really he's got no chance. Fantastic strike by Dominic Szoboszlai for the opener here at Anfield. What a way to score the opener. Now it's Frimpong on the right side. That's a throw in for Barnsley. So Barnsley now just in their own half, plays it backwards. Now it's the boss life for Liverpool just in his own half. Now it's the Bosley over to Robertson. Back to the Bosley. Curtis Jones intercepted by Kayla Dunn for Barnsley. Tries to play it over, but that's a throw-in for Liverpool. Andy Robertson takes it. Now here's Chiesa, tries to play it back to Frimpong, straight to the Barnsley defender. Sorry for the little gaps in commentary there, but we are fully back now with Cody Gakpo just outside the 18-yard box on the right side. Joe Gomez to Szoboszlai. Just halfway into Barnsley's half. Now it's Chiesa on the right side here. Puts a ball in. Tries to get it towards Rio and Gamora. But that is a goal kick for Barnsley. Now it's Szoboszlai. Takes another one from distance! Oh no, sorry, that was the replay. How confused I was about to say that goal looked absolutely identical. Because it was, that was the replay. Now it's McAllister to Andy Robertson. Inside Barnsley's half now. Szoboszlai with a big switch over to Chiesa. What a ball. What a touch. Plays it back to McAllister. McAllister lines up the shot. But the defender does really well for Barnsley. The number 45. You're nothing. And now here's Keeler Dunn for Barnsley. Cuts inside past Szoboszlai. Takes home the shot. Miles away in the end. It wasn't into the stands, but it was just wide by an absolute mile. Now it's Szoboszlai. Just walking with it now to Curtis Jones. It's back to Joe Gomez. I think Liverpool are just happy to keep the ball a bit here, but he does play it to Jeremy Frimpong just outside the 18-yard box on this right side. Gives it to Chiesa. Chiesa to Joe Gomez. Switches it to Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson over to Rio and Gamora. What a touch past his defender. Rio and Gamora plays it backwards. Intercepted by the Barnsley player. And now it's Mohamed Ashrali inside his own half to Virgil van Dijk. Plays it long towards Andy Robertson. Can he touch it? He does well to get the ball in. That's a throw in for Liverpool in a decent position for a long throw. If they decide to go for one. Long ball towards Curtis Jones. Out for a corner for Liverpool. Quickly plays it towards Rio and Gamora. Now to Szoboszlai. Takes another one from distance. Blocks this time. That one looked destined for the top right corner. Szoboszlai is just spamming these long shots right now. And Barnsley do not like it. I mean, the first goal was truly fantastic. In that top left corner, about 10 yards out of the 18-yard box. But it is another corner for Liverpool. As the defender that blocked that shot with his head looks dazed right now. But it's a corner for Liverpool. Cody Gakpo standing over it. At the cop end. Plays it in. Finds no one, but Curtis Jones off the shot. Blocked. So far at Anfield, it's Liverpool 1, Barnsley 0. Frimpong to Bradley. Barnsley players are complaining about something. They do stop play. I think it's about a deflated ball. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is. Deflated ball. So there'll be a drop ball from the referee now. As play resumes with a new ball. Joe Gomez to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Szoboszlai. To Conor Bradley now. Conor Bradley with Chiesa with it now, just outside the 18-yard box. Plays it back to McAllister. Now is Szoboszlai to Robertson. Now it's Ngamoa on the left side trying to beat his man. Does so. Puts a ball in toward, I'm not sure who that was towards, but it didn't reach anyone. As Joe Gomez has it out wide with Frimpong now. Frimpong trying to beat number 19 of Barnsley. Does put the ball in towards Gakpo. cleared, and that's another corner for Liverpool. Referee telling some people off in the box as Van Dijk is marked by 2 men. Szoboszlai over the corner. Taking quite a while to come in. Does come in now towards Van Dijk as well, but 3 men were on him, so they couldn't do anything, and it's sprayed out by Barnsley. McAllister touches it down and gives it to Jeremy Frimpong on this left side. Now it's McAllister. Back to Frimpong. To Gomez now. Central in their own half. To McAllister now. Driving forward. Just slightly. Comes back. Now gives it to Nkamoa. Back to McAllister. Switches it over to Joe Gomez. Now in the final third for Barnsley. Jeremy Frimpong has it. Chiesa is an option. Just play it to Chiesa. Now it's back to Frimpong. Frimpong tries to put a ball in, but the number 14 of Barnsley, Ogbetter, does really well. But Chiesa has it again. Plays it to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai to Frimpong. Frimpong puts a ball in towards Rio Nkamoa, but that was far too light. And now is Robertson tries to play Nkamoa, but there's too much on that. Throw in for Barnsley. Van Dijk to Robertson. Curtis Jones fighting for it, but Barnsley have possession now. Plays it up, and now it's Van Dijk. Now Liverpool are in possession with Szoboszlai. To Joe Gomez. Now here's Conor Bradley. Sorry, McAllister. Them two look very similar, don't they? Szoboszlai to McAllister. Back with Szoboszlai to Van Dijk. That's a dodgy pass, but Van Dijk is alert. Now it's Nkamoa driving in that 18-yard box. Taking on his man. Goes to Cody Gakpo. Chiesa. Chiesa to Jones. Jones to Frimpong. Frimpong tries to play it along the ball to Chiesa, and that's a Liverpool corner. Corner. Szoboszlai standing over it. Puts a ball in towards Gakpo. He's open, but it ends up going to McAllister and misses everyone for a Barnsley throw-in. Liverpool have been poor at corners this season. I think they've scored like 1 or something. They've been absolutely awful with them. As now on the top of your screen, you can see the FA Cup draw was made today at Anfield before the game. So you can see the fixtures there. And they'll pop up shortly. But the man over the front for Barnsley's commanding his place for more movement. Throws it in, and it's straight to Szoboszlai, and now it's Joe Gomez. So far Barnsley are getting tortured by Liverpool. Now is Szoboszlai to Rio Nkamoa. Manages to beat his man there. I don't know how he's done that. Remember, he's only 17, so he does have that energy. But that's a free kick for Liverpool. Against Phillips for Barnsley, the number 8. Now with McAllister. To Gomez. Puts it out to Van Dijk. Here on the left side, just inside Barnsley's half. Curtis Jones. Advancing through Barnsley's half now. Gives it to Rio and Gamora. Taking on his man. Does get tackled this time. But Rio and Gamora's working for it back. But Barnsley have possession now, and that's a foul against Rio and Gamora. Free kick for Barnsley. Kies is going to chase this. Barnsley now, for the past about 30 seconds, have controlled this game. And now he's actually the centre forward, Cleary, on this left side. I'm not sure where he's playing, but he tries to put a ball in towards Caleb Dunn, but it ends up with number 7. And I don't know if that was a cross or a shot, but all I do know is that Mohamed Ashford's managed to tap it over the bar. Barnsley corner. This has happened twice now for Barnsley. They've looked like they're crossing it, but it's actually sneaking in to the top corner. Yep, corner for Barnsley. 5 corners for Liverpool and 1 corner for Barnsley this game so far. As they put the ball in, it's short to Caleb Dunn. Now it's recycled back in, Cody Gakpo. And now it's a long shot! Good save by Mohamed Ashford. Szoboszlai tackles him and sprays it long. But Barnsley still have possession. Fantastic long shot by the Barnsley player there. I'm not sure who took it yet, but it was absolutely fantastic. Mohamed Ashford manages to get a hand to it though. As Barnsley have it inside their own half, getting heavily pressed by Liverpool. Number 8 tries to play it over to number 45, but Van Dijk shuts it out. Now it's Joe Gomez over to McAllister. Now it's Frimpong. Gomez. Now it's Virgil van Dijk just inside their own half. Advancing up the pitch now is Robertson to Szoboszlai. And now it's Robertson to Van Dijk. Looks like Liverpool are happy to play keep ball here. As with Gomez. Inside their own half still to Van Dijk. Over to Frimpong. To McAllister now. Plays it to Chiesa on this right side. Plays it back to Frimpong. Now it's Gomez. Sprays it out wide to Rio and Gamora. It's 2 over the top for Gamora. He can't reach that. We look at that long shot, like it all stemming from a corner. Still don't know who took it, but it was absolutely fantastic. Oh, we'll find out here. Number 30, Bland, for Barnsley. Nearly scored an absolute stunner, just like Szoboszlai, but this time on the volley. But Georgie Mohamed Ashford was alert and manages to make the save. Throw in for Barnsley now. O'Keefe tries to play it long towards Phillips. Now here's the number 45. Plays it towards Caleb Dunn. Frimpong struggling there, manages to get it out, but it's only to Caleb Dunn. I've mentioned that name far too many times this game. Caleb Dunn's been absolutely immense for Barnsley. As Curtis Jones slips on through to Cody Gakpo. Gakpo with the shot, it's blocked. And now it's Curtis Jones for the shot, and it's blocked. And yet another corner for Liverpool. So far now, we've had a total of 5 corners for Liverpool. They're actually, them lineups that are on screen, I think the actual lineups is, for Liverpool, it's a 4-3-3, Chiesa on the right, Gakpo up top, and a flat midfield 3 for Szoboszlai, McAllister and Jones. And I think for Barnsley, it's a 5-4-1 with Caleb Dunn, the cam, up front, and the striker Cleary playing out on the left. Now it's a Barnsley to Bradley. Now it's Joe Gomez. Chiesa, waiting for passing options, recycles it backwards to Joe Gomez. Now it's Virgil van Dijk. Now it's Szoboszlai, waiting for passing options, give it to Curtis Jones. Now back to Szoboszlai. Plays it long towards Chiesa. Keeper comes out and collects. Off his line swiftly there. Chiesa with a foul on the Barnsley player. Free kick for Barnsley, and they've only just took it now. Sprays it out wide. And it's a throw-in for Barnsley. Barnsley play with it now. Gakpo trying to get the ball. Didn't end up getting it though. But now here's Cleary. Gets past Frimpong easily there. Tries to play it back towards Caleb Dunn. Szoboszlai does really well to block that. Frimpong does well to clear that out for the attack that Cleary was leading. Gomez plays it, tries to play it up the pitch, but it's a throw-in. But the assistant has his flag raised actually. It's going to be an indirect free kick for Liverpool, and it's been took by Van Dijk, and now it's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai over to Robertson, plays it to Ngamoa. Throw in for Liverpool. Ngamoa has the ball in his grasp. Plays it to Curtis Jones. Now here's Szoboszlai. Robertson to Frimpong, tackled by the Barnsley player. Now it's with Szoboszlai, plays it back to Van Dijk. Now it's Frimpong and Szoboszlai. Now it's Robertson over to Rio Ngamoa on this left side, breaking into this 18-yard box. Plays it back to McAllister. And now here's Chiesa, driving at his man. Plays it to Frimpong. Frimpong recycles it back to Joe Gomez. Now here's Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk was still with it now to Szoboszlai. Cuts inside, gives it back to Van Dijk. In the central position now is McAllister. To Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai to Chiesa on the left. Chiesa right now. And now it's Gakpo to Curtis Jones, intercepted. But Liverpool still have it. Szoboszlai. Now is Virgil van Dijk. Now is Szoboszlai. With a fake shot, plays it to Chiesa. Heavy touch by Chiesa. Now it's Szoboszlai. In the right back position, plays it back to Joe Gomez. Now here's Cody Gakpo. Now here's Rio and Gamora. Try to find a way through. Plays it to Chiesa. Chiesa to Frimpong. Frimpong with a shot. Blocks. But Chiesa with the header. Beaten by a Barnsley player. Van Dijk to Robertson. Cody Gakpo's shoes off. Referee paused the play for that. And now we're back underway. It's Ngamora on the left. Plays it to Robertson. Robertson puts a ball in. Only meets a Barnsley player. Now is Joe Gomez. Over to Curtis Jones. Still Curtis Jones. Plays it short to Robertson. Robertson to Van Dijk. Now is Conor Bradley. Sprays it out wide towards Chiesa. Still Chiesa now. Now it's Gomez. Szoboszlai. Jones. So the ball for Liverpool is with Szoboszlai. Now it's Frimpong working into this box, shoots, and he scores! An absolute stunner at Anfield. Gets past about 6 men there and puts it in the back of the net. That's 2-0 Liverpool, live at Anfield. Again, no celebration, on a slot, unmoved on the sideline. Fantastic play by Jeremiah Frimpong. Yeah, he's literally got past 1, 2, 3, 3 men and shoves it in the roof of the net. Just outside that 6-yard box from the right side. Quality finish by Jeremiah Frimpong. The keeper for Barnsley is down. So there's nothing really to talk about right now, unfortunately. I don't know why he's down, but the medical staff are working their hardest. And here we go, Barnsley on the attack. Now here's Jeremiah Frimpong. Now here is McAllister with Van Dijk. This is 2-0. Live at Anfield on the Football Thrill. Live commentary here. And it will be for the rest of the game. I've just got news of a goal. I'm not aware who by or when. I'll try and update the stuff on your screen as soon as possible. But in the meantime, I will tell you about the build-up. As Liverpool are on the attack, actually. McAllister with Joe Gomez now. Collected by the keeper. Keeper's waiting for passing options. Plays it to number 5. Now he's number 45. Now it's number 30 for Barnsley. Now it's number 8 in the midfield. Plays it to number 8. Szoboszlai's got it covered though. Szoboszlai, that's a power giveaway, and that's the goal. Absolutely power from Szoboszlai. That was awful. He tried to sneak you back heel to his goalkeeper, and all he's done is he's just scored the easy tap-in. Awful play by Dominic Szoboszlai. Truly dreadful, if I'm honest. Not good enough from Szoboszlai. His rating goes from a 9.2 to an 8.2. Oh, it gets worse every time I see it. He's trying to... Do you know what? It's not even that. He's tried to backheel it to the goalie, and he's missed the ball when he's went to backheel it. He's went there, and he's tried to just roll it back, and he's completely missed the ball, and Phillips just tapped it home. Easiest finish he'll ever have, that. He won't score an easier goal in his career, Phillips. Absolutely awful by Szoboszlai. But Arne Slot leaves his seat on the bench. He doesn't look too satisfied with that. Now it's Szoboszlai. The Muppet, as we'll call him. That was absolutely Dreadful. Now it's Van Dijk in the midfield, just inside Barnsley's half. Now here's McAllister. To Joe Gomez. Now it's McAllister again to Dominic Szoboszlai. Now it's Joe Gomez out wide to Frimpong. Now here's Chiesa, puts a ball in towards Gakpo, cleared by the defender. But now here is Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai plays it to Virgil van Dijk. Now it's Szoboszlai again, back to Van Dijk. To Joe Gomez now. The match stats is Liverpool have had 9 attempts on goal, Barnsley with 5. 3 of them on target for Liverpool and 3 of them on target for Barnsley. More than decent from Barnsley for a League One side against a Premier League side that you have to say, they've got a solid lineup today. It's not like they've went for all the under-18s. They've got Mamardashvili, Van Dijk, Robertson, Frimpong, Gomez, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Jones, Gakpo, Chiesa. They're all quality players. So it's not like they've just put like the under-18s out. Solid team. And Barnsley are only losing by 1 goal. And they've managed to put a goal past the insane back line of Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Frimpong. Like, that's the starting back line in the Premier League for Liverpool. But of course, Mamardashvili doesn't play. Alisson does, as he watches on from the bench. But solid team from Liverpool. Barnsley have done so well. Barnsley throw in now, just inside their own half. Now we're in the 44th minute. Now it's McAllister, plays it out wide to Frimpong. Does well here, puts a ball in. Reaches absolutely no one. Not sure who it was to. But it was nowhere near anyone really. The overall team rating for Liverpool has been 6.9 and it's been 6.5 for Barnsley. I mean, you can't complain from a Barnsley's perspective. I mean, you've shut Liverpool up quite a lot. I think what's happened is they went 2-0 up and they've got too complacent. Szoboszlai scored that absolute banger. But now all he's doing is scoring long shots, doing daft back heels, and that's what led to the goal. He's just got too cocky. Szoboszlai now. Thinking that's just going to be a piece of cake playing against a League One side. But we've seen multiple times recently that, like, things can happen. Macclesfield, the National League side, beat the reigning FA Cup champions Crystal Palace 2-1. Another example, Grimsby in the Carabao Cup, beating Man United. I mean, on pens, but Grimsby were the better side entirely throughout. However, here's Curtis Jones in the Barnsley final third. So that's it now. Now it's with Szoboszlai to Conor Bradley. Sorry, I keep confusing him for McAllister. But now it's Gomez to Szoboszlai. Waiting for options, gives it McAllister. Back to Szoboszlai. Now it's back to McAllister. Plays it out wide to Frimpong. Frimpong touches it down, trying to get past his man. Just plays it back to Gomez. Gomez clips the ball in and Jones can't find the header, but it's a free kick for Barnsley anyway. There's 2 minutes added on. We've already played a minute and a half of those. And I think Barnsley just gonna see this half out now. And the referee blows his half-time whistle. That's half-time in Liverpool versus Barnsley. Dominic Szoboszlai pulls a hair tie out as it is now half-time in this game. Liverpool 2, Barnsley 1. Okay, I kind of can't get any music on because of well, it just doesn't want to work. So I don't know, just like mm, 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 Welcome back for second half coverage of Liverpool versus Barnsley at Anfield. It remains 2-1 Liverpool here in the 45th minute. Oh, we'll just get you on the actual game there. But yeah, we're ready for the second half. Robertson plays over to Rio and Gamora, cleared by the fullback for Barnsley. Now it's Chiesa. He shoots and it's blocked. So with Liverpool now, it's Joe Gomez. Now it's Virgil van Dijk on the edge of the halfway line. Now it's Szoboszlai. They're working their way up this pitch, Liverpool. Now it's Rio and Gamora. Plays it back to Robertson. Now it's Szoboszlai. Now it's back to Robertson. It's Van Dijk back to Robertson. Curtis Jones to Szoboszlai. Now it's Rio and Gamora driving forward. Now here is McAllister, plays it to Szoboszlai. Over to Andy Robertson on this left side. Ball into the box, towards Frimpong. No one gets to it, but Joe Gomez goes down. Referee says no, remember there is no VAR until round 5 of the FA Cup. But now here come Barnsley on the counter-attack. On the right side, cross it towards cleanly. Gets it. The number 19 for Barnsley. Clips it in towards the box. But they still have it, Barnsley. Now is McClurley. Cleared away by Frimpong. And now it's the number 6 for Barnsley. Now it's the number 45. Still has it on this left side, driving forward. There's a bit of a gap, tries to play him through, but it ends up to McClurley. And that's a foul committed by Federico Chiesa. He's holding his nose, Chiesa, as if there's a nosebleed. But the Barnsley player is down, and he looks in pain. If we get a replay there. Definite foul. And I can see the Chiesa reaction. I can't see the Barnsley player reaction though. I don't think that represents what actually happened. But it's a free kick for Barnsley. Just outside the 18-yard box. The number 7 for Barnsley stands over it. The right back, there's 2 men in the wall, Rio and Gamora and Jeremiah Frimpong. Put the ball in and it just meets Federico Chiesa. Ball in. Van Dijk clears. Now it's Szoboszlai on the counter-attack. Plays Robertson. Plays Curtis Jones. Not enough on that. Offside flag is raised against Liverpool. We're waiting for play to resume here. Now here is Mohamed Ashford for Virgil van Dijk. Now here is Joe Gomez just inside their own half, but Joe Gomez clips it over towards Rio Ngamoa. Too much on that. That's a throw in for Barnsley. Waiting for this to be thrown in by Barnsley. Finally gets thrown in. Now he's number 30 for Barnsley. Back to keeper. Keeper clips it long. Number 40 misses the header. It's Joe Gomez now. But now here is Chiesa on this right side to Frimpong. Frimpong puts the ball in towards Gakpo. Keeper comes out and collects. Curtis Jones tries to slip one through to Gakpo. But they still have it now. It's Robertson to Ngamoa. Ngamoa gets past his man. Still Ngamoa, clipped out by number 40. Curtis Jones now to Gakpo. To Van Dijk, takes some distance, is blocked. But now here is Rio Ngamoa. Looking for options. Clears one in towards Curtis Jones. He's not available for the header. Decent ball in from Ngamoa. I think Curtis Jones should be jumping up for that header, but he doesn't. It's a ball in towards Ngamoa. Still has it, but that's a free kick for Barnsley. Barnsley keeper with it. Kicks it long. Up the pitch. Straight out for a throw-in for Liverpool. The Barnsley manager looks onto his bench, possibly going to make a substitution. There's no subs being made yet in this game, but you would probably expect some from Liverpool and Barnsley actually. You would probably expect them from both sides, as both sides will probably look to freshen up. Now here's Curtis Jones to Andy Robertson. Now here's Curtis Jones again, back to Robertson. Now here's McAllister. Robertson. Back out wide to Rio Ngamoa. Ngamoa gets past two men, tries to play it into Curtis Jones, man intercepts it. Headed away, but Chiesa has it. Chiesa wins the corner for Liverpool. He does well there. Corner for Liverpool. Van Dijk getting marked by 3 men here. But it's played short to Engamoa. Engamoa back to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai clips the ball in. Van Dijk bounces up off the floor and off the ground. I think the keeper actually got a touch on that. I don't think that hit off the crossbar. I think that hit off the keeper there. Damn, fair play to the keeper for that. That was class. Keeper waiting for the corner to come in. It's played short again with Rio and Engamoa. Engamoa. Now it's Szoboszlai. Put the ball in towards Gakpo. Gakpo just outside the 18-yard box. Back to Szoboszlai with a header. No one meets it. And it's McAllister tries to put it back into Gakpo. Keeper saves. Quite an easy save actually. It was straight at him. Now here is the Barnsley player. Now it's the left back. Power pass really. Chiesa fails to intercept though. Now it's McLeanly, the number 19 for Barnsley. Number 45 for Barnsley. Puts it inside. And now here is the right winger charging at Andy Robertson. Gets past him. Plays it to the number 30. Tries to clip a ball in. It's back to Andy Robertson now. He has possession of it, but he's booted up. And that's a goal kick for Liverpool. It remains Liverpool 2, Barnsley 1. Live at Anfield. But Liverpool are making a triple change. Canate is coming on. Ekitike is coming on. And Wirtz is coming on. I mean, it's a bit sad from Liverpool having to literally turn to Ekitike, Wirtz and Canate to see this game out against Barnsley. I think the substitutions might occur here. Yep, substitutions are coming now. Joe Gomez is coming off for Canate. Right, the full news on the substitutions are: off comes Joe Gomez, on comes Ibrahimo Canate, off comes Jeremiah Frimpong, on comes Florian Wirtz, and off comes Federico Chiesa, and on comes Hugo Ekitike. Liverpool going to a back 3 by the looks of things. Not sure why. They're about to turn to Ekitike and Wirtz to see this game out. Wirtz, the record signing in Britain. As Arne Slot watches on, and it's a ball over the top towards Gakpo. Fails to make it. Can Barnsley still find a way, even with all of these subs from Liverpool? And here is Curtis Jones. Plays it across to Ekitike. but it's number 40 for Barnsley now in that left back position. Little push by Szoboszlai, but now it's Curtis Jones inside their own half. The Barnsley manager watches on, shaking his head. I mean, what can he do against these subs? Ekitike, Vert and Kanate coming on. I don't know. It's quite sad that Liverpool have to turn to these players to get them a win against a League One side. I don't know why he's done it, honestly. I don't feel the need to do it because his team are winning and they're doing it quite comfortably. I know it's only a 1-0 lead, but they're playing quite well as McAllister puts it out wide to Rio Engamo. Engamo is playing right wing now as he cuts inside. Gives it to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai to Kanade. Now here is Van Dijk. Now it's Wirtz to Gakpo, who's playing on the left now, with Ekitike down the middle. Wirtz to Ekitike. Plays it back to Curtis Jones. Now here's Wirtz, just standing still off the ball a bit. Jones. He tries to play it into Szoboszlai, but he manages to tap it back out of Jones. Now it's Engamo, who switched over at this right side. Gives it back to Jones. Jones with a shot! Fantastic block by the defender. Because I feel like that would have went in if he didn't get that crucial block. We're just waiting for something to happen in this game so far. This second half, nothing's really happened. For some reason on the stream, all we're seeing just this replay of his shirt pulled from Szoboszlai into the Barnsley defender. And the manager crashing out. But to be fair, it looked like it was a pen. You got to remember there's no VAR. So there's nothing that the ref can do. Oh, the goalkeeper was receiving treatment. That's why the game was paused. As he waits for the corner to come in now. The goalie. He's been injured twice now. I wonder if he's going to get subbed off. The manager for Barnsley is nodding at one of his assistants as the ball's coming by Szoboszlai. Cleared away. Van Dijk on the second ball. But they still have it, Liverpool. It's with Curtis Jones to Szoboszlai. Plays it in towards Kanate. Header just wide. I'm just putting them substitutions on your screen now. They will appear shortly in that top right corner. It's a long ball over the top of Barnsley. Number 40 meter puts the ball in towards number 8. Oh, the shouts for a penalty there. Ref doesn't call anything. Kanate wins a free kick for Liverpool. Just trying to sort the little screen out as well on your screen. Now we should be all sorted now. Substitutions are going to appear in a few moments. But now it's Sobersley over to McAllister. Now it's Wirtz to Rio and Gamora to Sobersley to Ekatike. Back McAllister and Canate, now they're in their own half, Liverpool. There you can see the subs on the top right corner of your screen. As here is Cody Gakpo on the left side now. Tries to clip it in towards Robertson, but he still has it, puts a ball in. They're saying it's a corner, Liverpool, and the referee gives a corner. Cody Gakpo does well there. It remains 2-1 to Liverpool at Anfield. And they have turned to Canate, Ekatike and Wirtz to try and win them this game. You can see they're subbed on for Gomez, Frimpong, Chiesa. As the ball's coming by Sobersley, no one meets it. That's where Liverpool need to definitely strengthen. But Rio and Gamora does really well to steal off 19, and there's penalty shouts here. Referee says no. Barnsley have possession. Here in the 68th minute of this game. And Gamora putting pressure on. And no free kick. But it's with Sobersley. To McAllister. Now it's Wirtz. Trying to break in to that Barnsley final third. Now here's Gakpo to Wirtz. Wirtz to Gakpo. Fantastic ball, Gakpo. There was no one there, but Rio on the rebound. Blocked by the Barnsley defender. But the ball is still in play. Now it's Sobersley. Good defending by number 14. And it's out wide for Barnsley now on the right. And now, here is Cleary, puts a ball in towards the box, meets no one, and it's a corner for Barnsley. The match start is 10 corners for Liverpool, 2 for Barnsley. Corner swung in, it comes short and 8 on the volley. Sobersley with the block, just next to the goal line. That's a throw in for Barnsley as they try and find another goal, an equaliser to send this game into extra time. Live at Anfield. And that's a power ball by the number 7 of Barnsley. And now it's a throw in to Liverpool. Barnsley are making some substitutions. We don't know who yet. Rio and Gamora now on the right side of the pitch. Trying to just get past his man. Plays it to Sobersley. To Wirtz. Back to Rio. There's too much on that. But Rio does really well to keep it in play. But Rio looks injured there. He's back on his feet though. He's holding his hamstring there. I think. Oh, it looks like he's holding his knee now. He looks injured. Rio and Gamora, the youngster. That's not what you want, especially for youngsters. But now it's Sobersley. Vert, Jones. Goalkeeper's got it. Rio Engamo is down. He's going to receive medical treatment here. So if you see there, oh, he's stretched out like, when he's kept the ball in play, he's almost done the splits. That's going to be a painful one for Rio Engamo. We're getting confirmation on the subs for Barnsley. They're gonna appear on your screen in about a minute. Them substitutions are happening now. But there are the subs in the top right corner of your screen. Off comes Ogbetter, comes on O'Connell. And off comes Phillips and on comes Kelly. The Barnsley players rush off the pitch as we're now in the 75th minute of this game. 73rd, sorry. And Liverpool are making a change. Rio Engamo is coming off for Ryan Gravenberg. Them subs are just happening now in the game. And now here is Soboslai. Plays it to Gakpo. Now Gakpo's playing on the right side of the pitch. Gakpo's played striker, left wing and right wing now. Very versatile player, Cody Gakpo. And they're making the most of his versatility on a slot at the moment. As here we go, Vert has the ball. Hopefully we have a clean 15 minutes to the end of this game. As the ball's played out wide to I don't know who by Gravenberg, but it's straight to the keeper. Now he's number 7 for Barnsley. Straight into Cody Gakpo. Gakpo tries to sneak it in towards Akatike, intercepted. Soboslai does well to tackle that. 15 minutes remaining. 75th minute of this game. Can Barnsley find an equaliser to send this game into extra time? As Wurt has the shot. He had to score that. It was clipped into the box from the right side. And it's been hit over the bar. So Soboslai, what a ball. And he had to score that. Honestly, awful there, to be honest. Now here's a number 7 for Barnsley. And tomorrow in the Carabao Cup, it is Newcastle versus Manchester City, an 8 o'clock kick-off. There may be commentary on the football thrill for that. As now here's Ibrahim Konate. As Mohamed Ashraf kicks it long. And now here is Curtis Jones to Wirtz. Wirtz looking for passing options. Plays it down the channel to McAllister. McAllister shoved the shot from distance. Over the crossbar by Alexis McAllister. Szoboszlai throws it over to Konate. Now here's Mohamed Ashraf. Now here's Wirtz. He's dropped a bit deeper here to Gravenberg. And now here is Van Dijk. Now here is Cody Gakpo now to Curtis Jones. Now here is Konate. Back to Curtis Jones driving forward. Gives it to Cody Gakpo. Konate back to Gakpo. Gakpo plays it short to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai to Konate. Konate to Jones. Now here's Van Dijk. Plays it to Wirtz, who's playing left wing now. Wirtz to Robertson. Tries to play Ekitike. Wirtz. Intercepted, but Liverpool still have it. As Barnsley are making a substitution. We don't know who for who yet. Now it's Ekitike. He's got the ball on the edge of the area. Plays it back to Wirtz. Wirtz to Andy Robertson. Clips front to in towards Gakpo. Over the crossbar. And now here's Szoboszlai. Plays Ekitike. Intercepted by the Barnsley player. Arneslot catches that ball as it's played by the Barnsley player. Tries to play it to a teammate. Doesn't reach a teammate though. But there's confirmation of that substitution. Off comes number 40. And on comes I don't know, to be honest. But off comes Kayla Dunn, on comes McGoldrick. I'm going to try and add just all the subs together on the top of your screen. Now here is Virgil van Dijk for Liverpool. Now here's Ekitike, and it's kicked out by the Barnsley goalkeeper who came rushing off his line. Now here's Curtis Jones. Canate now. Plays it back to Mohamed Ashford. Liverpool are just trying to see this game out now. There's nothing really going on. As now here is Curtis Jones to Canate. Now it's Szoboszlai to Canate. Now it's Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Wirtz. On the edge of the area, plays it to Andy Robertson. Now it's Gravenberch to Canate, not to Van Dijk. Now it's Szoboszlai. Ekitike. Now it's Wirtz! That's 3-1 to Liverpool! Another wonder strike. Another goal. Fantastic by Liverpool there. Fantastic play. And I think that's got to be the win sealed for Liverpool. It's a great finish. Got the ball on the edge of the area, on that left side, and just stuck it in that top right corner. Ekitike presses high. Liverpool 3, Barnsley 1 at Anfield. Now here's number 22 for Barnsley. He tries to slip a foot in number 10. Canate gets it. Fantastic performance by Liverpool. It's 3-1 now. They've made 4 subs altogether. Gravenberch, Canate, Wirtz, Ekitike. And 2 of them subs combined. Ekitike with the assist for Florian Wirtz, who stuck it right in the top right corner from outside of the box. Truly fantastic team performance from Liverpool. I'll update you on the match ratings there. You'll be able to see them on your screen now. The player of the match contenders is Jack Shepherd and Rise Clearly for Barnsley, and for Liverpool it's Curtis Jones. Oh, here we go, in the 86th minute now. Can Liverpool see this through? Barnsley tries to play it to the number 10, but that was an absolutely dreadful pass, if I'm honest. Now here's McLeanly for Barnsley. Plays it, tried to clip it in, and they should have scored that. It was a tap-in. Didn't put it in the net. Now it's McLeanly. Cuts inside the 18-yard box. Now it's a corner for Barnsley. They're just taking as long as they can now. Liverpool, and I think Barnsley as well, just to end their misery. It's been a night. They've had to show composure to not get angry and start getting yellows and red cards from Barnsley. But from Liverpool, a fantastic team performance. I mean, there's the updated match ratings there. You can see the overall team match rating for Liverpool 7 and it's 6.5 for Barnsley. And that corner's headed away by Hugo Ekitike. We're in the 87th minute now. And there is a substitution for both sides. For Liverpool, off comes number 10, and that is Alexis McAllister. And on comes Trey O'Neilly. Getting some more subs for Liverpool. This is the last one for Liverpool. And Barnsley are making a substitution as well. Honestly, I'm not going to be able to fit Liverpool's 5th on my substitution board in the corner. So we'll just have to leave that. And the Barnsley player getting subbed on is only going to last around 3 minutes. So there's not much of a point changing that. But here's McLeanly for Barnsley against Gravenberch, now against Soboslai. Beats them both, puts it in the water box, and that's a corner for Barnsley. Corner for Barnsley here. Number 7, McCauley on the corner. Puts a ball in, and it's cleared by Canado, who's now on the floor. He looks injured, but we move on because Robertson's driving forward with options to his left and right. He picks the right, which is Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz cuts inside. Fantastic tackle by the Barnsley player there. Fantastic play by Andy Robertson as well, to manage to get across like that and charge up that pitch after playing 89 minutes now. Fair play. Soboslai recycles it back to Andy Robertson. Sorry for the ad in the corner of your screen. I just had to refresh the screen because it wasn't refreshing. Well, here comes Curtis Jones with Virgil van Dijk to Gravenberch and now Van Dijk. They're just keeping it round the back now. Liverpool. Now it's Gravenberch. Now here is Enoyi to Robertson. Now is Van Dijk to Curtis Jones. Now it is Cody Gakpo, and he is fouled by the number 5 of Barnsley. Waiting for that free kick to be taken. There's 5 minutes added time. And Riz Clearly of Barnsley is the player of the match, the number 19. I thought he would be. He's been the left winger tonight, and he has been immense. As there's a free kick for Liverpool. Soboslai standing over it. And 5 minutes added on as Trey Anoy plays it to Robertson. Trey Anoy plays it to Robertson. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce his name. We'll just call him the number 2. The number 42 for Liverpool. As it's Robertson. To Ekitike blocks in the process of that pass by the Barnsley player. Now it's Szoboszlai. Plays it to Kanate. Kanate to Anoyi. Now is Wirtz on the right side. Now plays it to Ekitike. Fantastic touch. But he gets grabbed. Referee says no foul. That's Barnsley come on the counter attack with the number 10. Plays it back to number 27. But no, here they are on the counter. He's killed it now, and that's a corner for Barnsley. It was away there, but he killed it. But it's a corner because of a block from Kanate. Corner for Liverpool. For Barnsley, sorry. Barnsley corner. It's played in. And it reaches no one. As Wirtz presses it. I just played back in. And it's just Kanate. And now it's a number 5 for Barnsley. The number 30. Inside the final third now for Liverpool. Number 27 for Barnsley. Plays it to the player of the match, number 19. As he crosses it in. And it's a header and it's just over the bar. It was a free header and he's just put it over the bar. Should have done better, really. But this match is probably going to come to an end shortly. There is 1 minute 20 left, but Florian Wirtz is in. Wirtz squares it to Ekitike! That's 4-1. Hugo Ekitike with the goal to send Barnsley packing. That is confirmation of the win for Liverpool. Live at Old Trafford and live on the Football Thrill. Liverpool 4, Barnsley 1. There's a bit of an argument going on about that goal, but the goal stands regardless of the protests. Ooh, he looked... I'm not sure if he was offside. It's a tight one, but there's no VAR until round 5 of this cup competition. The greatest cup competition. The FA Cup. Hugo Ekitike this match. 1 goal, 1 assist. Fantastic game for him. And that's full time as the managers shake hands. It's Liverpool 4, Barnsley 1. Szoboszlai and the player of the match, number 19 for Barnsley, swap shirts. But this is the end of this stream. This will be ending in 5 minutes. We will give you a 5-minute countdown with some music on the bottom, but this stream has now ended. There won't be anything else in this stream. Thank you all for watching. That's full time and the end of this stream. Liverpool 4, Barnsley 1.